Okay. I believe I'm live. I've got my clock as well as my audio, so yeah. Anyways, we are good, we're live. So, trying to get some cold air in here. I'm sweating a lot because I am warm and I had to sit down in front of the toilet, so. Forget the party talk. Hi everybody, this is CVGS, I'm the captain here, and welcome to the Vanguard Newsday Tuesday. So, today we are looking at Welstra and Drajeweled supports. There's also a bit of a preview of the upcoming the start decks. Upcoming start decks essentially. I think it's like they're showcasing like what is reprinted in the start decks itself also. That's covered in end of March also. It's the manga ones, it's the Korokoro, the Sky Rider ones. So yeah. Okay, alright, so yeah. We are well into the month of March, so and we're also well into hunting season also. Let's not mince words there. It's hunting season. A lot of people have their attention on Monster Hunter, obviously. So yeah, us will be the same as well. What is that on her sweatshirt? What picture is that on her sweatshirt? Is that a road sign? It's a road sign. Looks like a US road sign actually. Huh. Weird. Oh man, had a bit of a close up, so we have to take our future opportunities there. So it's just funny that she's coming in with a road sign on her what you call it on her sweatshirt. So yeah, stay on the fan a little bit more higher. 8話のあらすじをお届けいたします。皆さんぜひぜひ感想をコメントしてください。So yeah, I'm just feeling very wet. So as you can see in the front there, so they have the DC strategy presentation happening in, if I remember correctly, I think that it's like 2 weeks time. So towards the 5th. Oh sorry, that's on Thursday. Okay, okay. So yeah, it's happening in 3 weeks time. So yeah. Alright, so your destination highway. What is that? Whip stuff? Pay online? What kind of shit is that? Anyways, let's just move past that. So yeah. Okay, Ken. Alright, so we're waiting for the show to begin, so we get our usual things off well. As always, we are going to be we're going to have our What is Quickie segment at the end of the stream too as well. And this week's one is a pretty interesting thing. So oops, I forgot to set up the social spread. So please forgive me. I get this all sorted out. So yeah. We are live now, so forgot to let everybody know, so yeah. So yeah, also we are well into Ramadan right now. Today is like the 3rd day of Ramadan as well. So I will always do my best to make sure that I can come out to stream even to Ramadan like I did last year. So I don't want to change that. So I'll be streaming every Tuesday. Stand up, So yes, I'll be here as best as I can every Tuesday, as long as I'm able to, including through Ramadan also. But Hari Raya should be okay also, because Hari Raya is happening on the Monday, so the 1st of April should be good for us. So okay, so side event, WGP side event. These are the tickets, I think. So yeah, 30 different designs that you can purchase. So for the 13 fighters that you see there, 13 characters I should say. So yeah. Because Michiru is on the US side, so technically it's the 13 fighters. So yeah. So yeah. They're making use of the assets that they made for Eurowatch as well. So yeah. And they also include birthday, blood type, and star sign, I think. Is that star sign? But I think it's like a Japanese star sign maybe. So maybe Japanese astrology if there is such a thing. Yeah, I'm not familiar with I'm not familiar with that. So
用意。
ヶ月そうですね。なお通をメリカ
She's just powering through everybody.
はい。
いや13人分ござい
Alright.
ますよ。
So yes, these are all available in the side event. So
裏に
yeah.
はこうスタンプを押す場所も
はい、
あるみたいですよ
こ。ちらでございます。スタンプね、使用済みの時に押されるんですけど、これはね、でも手元に戻ってきますから。
I see Tifify has got up to stream now also, and he says that it dropped 20 degrees or so. It was a thunderstorm just outside as well. Weather is insane
まずは
today.
こちらです。どうぞ。
まずはヴァンガードアトラクションです。輪投げエア
So
は
Vanguard attractions available at WGP Deluxe Season 1. So more side events as well. And you can get a side event ticket by participating too as well. So yeah, you can go for Artisaria's lock challenge. You can go for Amorta versus Odium event, and also the quadruple drive test with Impel Deal. So yeah. So this one is Nagoya, I think. So yeah. So the Kagetsu art that you see over here will be coming out also in Nagoya, in the Nagoya stage essentially for the event tournament. So yeah, you can get your hands on this. So if you manage to win the whole entire shebang, so yeah, the rubber play mat, you will get the sleeve. So yeah, nothing new here. So.
よろしくお願いします。詳しくはヴァンガード公式サイトのイベントページの方をご確認ください。そして続きましては WGP と大バンガ祭で開催されるサイドイベントの続報です。まずは先日発表された情報の振り返りです。こちら。はい、ということで
Alright, so WGP Deluxe as well as Daivaga Side 2 as well. The side event information. This is not new information. There's a collab cup where title boosters are the ones that the following titles, sorry, are the ones that will only be allowed to compete in the collab cup, so, which is the Love and Berry deck, the Korokoro deck, as well as the Bang Dream deck.
それでは皆さん気になりますね。早速見ていきましょう。まずはこちら。
コラボカップおしゃれ魔女ラブ&ベリーでは参加賞として特製 PR カードを優勝された方
So
に
you
は
can get your hands on the following PR cards as well for participating. So it's basically the first Vanguards for Love and Berry. Then the winner will be able to take part in the WGP Deluxe 2025 with the Love and Berry deck, I think. So yeah, on the Nagoya Lake. So yeah. Oh, sorry, no, they'll get the design. Sorry.
表彰盾として手に入ると。
crown.
そして参加賞はコラボカップで使用したデッキのファーストヴァンガードに応じていずれかをお渡しします。ラブのデッキ使ってたらベリー使ってたらベリーがもらえるよってことですね。はい、ね、これめちゃくちゃ嬉しい。
しかもさ、なんか八角すごい可愛い感じじゃない？
そうなのよ。ね、これぜひぜひね。こちらの参加賞、そう去年の10月にですね開催されておりましたピールオフ広告で配布したものと同じものになっております。ぜひぜひこちら参加してみてください。
続いてこちら。Nagoya Arcコロコロでは参加賞として特製 PR カー
So
ドを
Korokoro is also the same too as well.
特別表彰盾をこちら教えていたします。
Participation for Korokoro deck will net you the PR card for the first Vanguard for all 5 Korokoro first Vanguards. And then the winner will walk away with, I think, with the same thing too as well. So yeah.
だとか、自分が欲しい表彰盾に合わせてね。
そうか、これは盾も種類があるから。
そう使用したデッキ。
Oh, sorry, you get the winner version. Sorry, those are not. Those are basically the winner plaques, maybe I think. So yeah.
ぜひちょっと自分のね好きな作品だとか。
I guess you get the appropriate one as well for the deck that you actually won with. So yeah. Or the deck that you compete with, so which will make the most sense.
公式サイトの方をご覧ください。よろしくお願いします。
最後はこちら。コラボカップバンドリの参加賞も
And Bang Dream, so you can get yourself the Morphonica or the Cryshik first Vanguard. So yeah, I'm not gonna try and memorize the names, even after I suffered 2 weeks of it. And of course, so the winner you get yourself the commemorative plaque, the commemorative design there. So with Morphonica and Cryshik too is also. Yeah. Sorry, did I Cryshik? Cryshik. So yeah.
ライブの
Cryshik, so yeah. I'm familiar with the IP, so and it's not part of my work to actually be familiar with the IP.
好きなキャラクターがいる方で使ったりとか、ぜひ ちらで参加してみてはいかがでしょうか。こちらの特製 PR カードと表彰立ても使用したデッキのパーツ番号に応じて進呈いたします。デッキの構築ルールにつきましては後日更新されます公式サイトの方ご確認ください。よろしくお願いします。
Right.
それでは最後に WGP デラックス最初の会場、名古屋会場の情報です。こちら。
はい、こちら WGP デラックス名古屋会場は3月15日、16日の
Right, so Nagoya Lake, these are the guests that will be appearing for the 2-day event in
ぜ
Nagoya.
ひ遊びに来てください。名古屋会場のゲストはご覧の皆さんとなっております。僕もね、両日お世話させていただきます。当日ステージもあるとのことでございますので、皆さん
It's all new information, there's nothing new here, so it's all old
以上
information.
イベント情報でした。
続いては
That's all the
アニメ
event
情報です
information.
皆さん、デラックス
So
編第
anime
7話
information we coming up
いただ
now.
けました
いか
か
がでしたか。
どうですか、見ました
見
か
ましたか。
ね
いや、そうですよ。
そうよ
激アツの回でしたから、僕としては。はい。
はい、じゃあそれでは早速最新話を場面者と一緒に振り返っていきましょう。お
はい
願いします。
Alright,
デ
so
ラックス
okay.
編第7話、目
The
覚めた
episode
炎
for the week or so is really just more or less just where is Michiru? So how has Michiru been the entire time or so? Which is one of the biggest secrets, I guess, the bigger mysteries of the season thus far. Like he's finally woken up or so, and how has he been since then? So, and we see that he's running with Ines, he's running with a few new cards too as well. And Taizo decided to make a trip to just check up on him and so see what's going on from there. I can't remember if there was any. Oh no, yeah, there was interactions between Taizo and him. So yeah.
ぐちゃぐちゃになっちゃうよ。
やばいやばいやばい。
Just Taizo admitting also that Michiru is on a whole entire level of competitive players. So it's sort of an interesting take into like or rather insight that's being told to us. So that Michiru is really on another level. Plus there's also Taizo giving us the notion also that what Michiru sees, right, the flames, the color of the flames, and the whole thing is actually a known phenomenon. I can't remember the pronunciation. Synthesia, I think it's called, where they can actually perceive sound as colors, or they can hear words as something visual, so to speak. So stuff like that. So you know, the fighting spirit also that Michiru sees. So it's some form of that, and I think that's a pretty smart way of doing so. I don't feel that it's very cheap in any way. Cheap would not be the term that I would use for it. Also, but point being is that it's nice to know also that it's this possible thing also. And I think anybody that was theorizing what Michiru has, this might have been like the first thing that they brought up to them. So, but it's nice to see them also. It's nice to see that they give the explanation as to why he can see what he sees. But yeah, I think the biggest setup over here for the episode thus far, other than the incredible visuals of seeing Ignis in play, also, and everything and all that, so like minus like there's just so much good in it. There's just so much good in it also to expect from Ignis also. So yeah, I haven't put that together. So once I get a proper flat table, so then I can probably get started. So once I also get the shelf too as well. But nevertheless, so I think the biggest thing to note here, so is actually the mysterious second player. Like who is this mysterious second player? So that's coming in from the America side, so to take part in the Deluxe Championship. So after the knockout stages have been cleared. That's interesting to see, and they really made it as very ambiguous. So it really could be anybody. So you could say that it could be Sophie, it could be Sam as well. There's a lot. It could be a completely new character too as well. So I think they would try and do a new character. Somebody that's on the level of Michiru basically. So that's how he can actually make it up second to him. So that'll be interesting to see how that goes. So yeah.
チームの応援を背に情熱的なファイトを見せるブラックアウトのリーダーめぐみ、鈴音はいつも通りヴァンガードに感情は必要ないと切り捨てるが。
Alright, so Suzune getting a counter with Megumi. So we'll definitely see Magnolia next week or so, which is gonna be fun to see. So yeah, so and we get to now we shine back onto onto the secondary antagonists, you could say so, with with Suo. I don't know. Could you really have a tournament arc and actually have an antagonist in there? Especially when everybody's kind of like buddy with each other to a certain extent. I don't know. It's hard to really say also. But yeah, we get to see what we get to see Antisaya face off against the new Magnolia, and I think that's gonna be interesting to see. So yeah.
どういうファイトをしてどういう結末になるのか、皆さんぜひリアタイで感想をポストしてください。はい。それでは続いてのコーナーはこちら。花月&なおのゆるウォッチ。
Alright, so we're gonna have a ゆるウォッチですか。
はい。
今週は誰なんですか。ちゃんと紹介してくれるんですか。
そこも大事。
そう
です。じゃあそれでは皆さん気になっていると思いますので、ゆるウォッチどうぞ。
花月&なおのゆるウォッチ。
Okay, let's just do this.
皆さんどうも。
なおちゃん、部屋の掃除ってよくする？
え？ああ、そこそこみたいな。
さてはめんどくさがってるな。
いや、ついつい後回しにしちゃうとかあるよね。
よくないぞ。特にカードとか。あれ？あのカードどこ行ったっけ？ってなるんだから。
あるあるすぎる。てか、そんなことはどうでもいいから。
というわけで、今日は六王院すずねちゃんの紹介だ。
どういうわけだ？
すずねちゃんは六王院家の一人娘で、世間ではヴァンガードマシンと呼ばれるほどの実力者だね。まだ中学生なのにすごいよね。
本当にすごいよ。それに比べて私の中学時代と言ったら。
あれ、なおちゃんネガティブモード起動？
違うわ。
あの時は大変だったもんね。
うるさい。
意外と心が繊細だよね。
うるさい。
おいおい。なんか僕すげえただの掃除してるって話からゆるっと始まったけど
ね、紹介してただけじゃなく、
いやそうそうそう、なんか気になる話がね。そう、すずね中学生だ
ったの？
俺高校生ぐらいだと思ったのに。
高校生だと思ってた。
そう、
中学生だったんか。
そうなんだ。
すごい。
大人びてるもんな、なんか雰囲気落ち着いてるから。
落ち着いてるもんね。
すごい人やん。いやでもそう、なおもね、なんか中学生の時大変だったもんねみたいな話。
まあチラチラとはね、アニメにもね映ってはいたんですけどね、まあがっつりはまだ見れていないってことですね。はいはいはいはいはい。気になるところでございますね。そこらの引き続き。うわー、そうなんだ。いやなんか やっぱみんな思ってるよね。高校生だと思ってたって意見がすごい多い。
そんぐらいだと思っちゃうよね。いやなんかだから嬉しい情報でしたね。ちゃんと今回なんかすげえがっつり紹介はしてなかったけどさ、さらっと出てきた情報がね、嬉しい情報だったね。
新情報出てくることあるんだね。
まさかね、ここで今まで知ってることだよそれみたいなの結構あったからさ。
いやまさかの。
いや嬉しいですね。
はい
そうなんだ、中学生ですね。すごいね、プロそれで。
そうだよね、プロだもんね。
めちゃくちゃ強いんじゃん。じゃあ
すごすぎる。
いつから番組やってんだ。本当だよ。
有望すぎるよ。
というまあ新情報も得られた回でございました。花月&なおのゆるウォッチ、今後も終盤内で放送予定でございます。楽しみに。それでは放送情報です。こちら。
テレビアニメカードファイトヴァンガードディバインズデラックス編はテレビ愛知テレ東系列6局ネットにて毎週土曜朝8時から BS 日テレにて同日23時30分から放送中です。次週もお楽しみに。
はい、ということでさてですね、アニメもついに7話ということでいよいよ折り返しでございます。早い
早い、あっという間だよ。
ほんまにか、そうですよ。半分終わっちゃったんだ。早いですが、そんなところでこんな企画がございます。どうぞ。はい、アニメ折り返し記念 X アイコンプレゼントです。
X アイコンプレゼント。 Alright。
いや、熱いシーンがね、
So yeah,
熱いシーンがアイコンになって登場
X
しております。
icons available for most of the characters in
ぜひ応援してください。
in Divine's Deluxe Arc. So yeah, can get your hands on this and then put them as your Twitter icons essentially. So yeah.
たくさんある中ですごい鼻血出してる人が。
本当だ。
これいいな。めちゃくちゃゆるいなところ。ね。
可愛いのが好きな人にもかっこいいのが好きな人にも。ね。いや、推しキャラで2つ分ある人とか迷っちゃうね。
いや確かにどっち使おうかね。
ね。
柔らかな表情の方もあるしね。そういいですね。
はい。
結構出場選手がメインでございますね。はい。
Not much really holding my interest there, so I hate to say.
お知らせいたしますので忘れずにチェックしてみてください。
はい、ということで続きましては先日のバンドリ10周年記念特番にて発表されましたこちらの情報をどうぞ。バンドリとテレビアニメカードファイトヴァンガードディバインズとのコラボが今年の夏決定しました。夏
もうちょっと、もうちょっと。
確かに
Banking collab for the summer. There's gonna be a summer collaboration.
来る時雪降って
いや
たよ。
そうびっくりしました。
Bandorito TV anime covered by Divines. So there will be a collaboration with Divines.
ね。
Sorry, there will be collaboration also with Bang Dream also in the
か
summer.
もしれない日付近くなったの
3
に。
月でございますからねでも言うても
ねえ。
はいということで夏に
うん。
こちらコラボ決定ということでございますが
はい。と
なんだ
っても豪華な企画が進行中とのことですので、皆さんぜひ期待していてください。
はい
気になる詳細は続報をお待ちください。
なんとまだわかんないん
お
ですね。
待ちくださいなんです。
ぜひぜひ皆さん楽しみに待っていてください。夏でございます。はい、それでは続きましてこちらのお知らせです。どうぞ。カードファイトヴァンガードディバインズプロテインバーボリューム1とボリューム2が3月
So
14
yeah,
日
we have to remember that there's the protein bar. There's a protein bar. With Divines and Divines. With Divines season 1 and season 2 there as well. So yeah, I think there's some bromides in there so they could collect. So energy cards, yeah, energy
本日
cards.
サンプルの方が届いておりますのでちょっと見ていきましょう。はい、じゃあまずはこちらボリューム1の方かな。運命者
Alright,
側で
so
すね。
volume
は
1.
い。
So all the characters there.
あってか
スをちょっと好きなんだよ。
Shiny Soul as well.
いやいいね。
わあ全部キ
And
ラキ
Erika
ラ
there
して
too
る。
as well.
あ
Taizo.
ら決まってる。
Yeah。
Alright.
はい、こちらがボリューム1の方でござい
There's
ます。
the volume 1.
そしてボリュ
Then
ーム
there's volume
2
2.
宿命者側でございます。はい。
かわいい。
Okay, so all the destined,
Oh,
all the destined ones basically.
おおいい。
おら
So yeah.
素敵。
なんか素敵。みんな
あなんかパラパラ漫画になって
確かに
動きそうな
And
やつだったよ
yeah,
あ直し
even Simple now there too. So you know.
じゃあおりますよと。はい。うわーこれ全部欲しいな。
いやいいね。しかもお顔が結構アップ目に使われて
そう
るじゃん。
そうそうそう。しかも光ってるからね。ダブルエア仕様でございます。
これは堪能できちゃうし使えもするし最高の、
はい、そうですよエネルギーだから。
はい一品たちになってます。
はいということでこちらがですねなんと先行販売、今週末行われますこちらです。ドン。はいということで3月8日9日にバンガード
So they are available in the Vanguard store.
来まし
Alright.
た。
They'll be available in the cover Vanguard store in Akihabara if I remember
先行販売
correctly.
の方
So
は入
yeah.
店整理券の配布があり購入にはバンガードストア公式 LINE アカウントとの友達登録が必要になります。行かれる方はぜひ事前のご登録をお願いいたします。
So yeah, available for sale immediately on the 8th and 9th this weekend actually. So yeah, you can go purchase them if you want your fancy energy cards.
そして続きましてはこちらのお知らせが届いております。どうぞ。はい、無限大ミュータイプの戦国ゆなさんがカードファイトヴァンガードオーバードレスの同時視聴企画を配信で行うそうです。
おい。
ほう。
戦国ゆのさんはバンドリのバーチャル系新バンド無限大ミュータイプとして配信や
I have no
音
idea
楽
what
活動を
this
されているん
is.
ですけどご自身の活動でディアデイズの配信やパックの開封配信を行うぐらい、
はい
バンガード大好きということで、アニメオーバ
I
ー
guess
ド
a
レスのシー
VTuber, I
ズン
guess.
1を3月9日お昼
So I'm not
12
sure how
時
to
から
translate this
同
part
時
for
視
you.
聴企画として YouTube で実施するみたいです。
おお。
もちろんオーバードレスのシーズン2やウィルドレスの方も同時視聴予定ということで
ほ
本当にね
う。すごい。
本当に大好き。
5シーズン分ですか。
うわすごすぎる。
はあ。なるほど。
うん。
相当ですね。うんうん。あ。ご本人さんが。
あゆのちゃん
ありがとうございます
ゆ。のちゃんお久しぶりだよ。
あらそうね。
Okay, she's already in the chat, so yeah.
ですよね。
そうなんです。去年末にあったゆのちゃんの生誕イベントにも出演させていただきまして、一緒に
So
DJ
yeah, she was being in the chat, so yeah, you know.
DJ やったり
Sengoku you know, there we
DJ や
go.
ったり DJ やった
なんか
り一つやん。
すごい難しくて一緒に DJ やったっていうとなんかちょっと
あ、まあ
ちょっと違うなと思っちゃって。
なるほど
そうや
ね。へえ。
そう
あそういうイベントをされてたんですね。
そうなんですあって
あら、
満員御礼で盛り上がっておりました。
良いことですな。
はい。
ちょっと気になりますね。
こ
この機会にね、それこそウィルドレスのシーズンから出てるキャラクターとかさ、オーバードレスからいたキャラクターたちも出てきてますからね、今期。
ねそう
ちょっとね、ぜひぜひこの機会にリバインズから初めて見たよとかいう方もね、 ぜひ一緒に同時視聴で楽しまれてはいかがでしょうか。
はい、
はい、
ということで皆さんぜひ戦国ゆのさんのチャンネルや X チェックしてみてくださいね。
はい、よろしくお願いします。続いてドコ版のお知らせです。こちら。
Okay, so Dokovan,
あさって毎週
we're getting more of the previews or the reveals also for the March 2020. Sorry, the March release for the Koroko comics, the Skyrider comics. So there's two startup decks as well. That's releasing there as well. We're getting to see the Stoichia one, the one where we have the dragon with 4 seasons on it, also, which you can see on the screen there. So it looks like they're going through the cards there as well. Plus, I think there's also like 4 collab cards there
そ
too.
れではここからカー
I'm
ド
not
情
sure.
報
I
です。
didn't
ぜ
read
ひ
it
ハッシュタグ
before.
終盤で
Managed
カ
to
ー
read
ド情報
before,
始まったよとポストしてくださいね。
はい、お願いします。
Alright.
まずは読み物サイト更新のお知らせからこちらです。ドン。
ユニットストーリーの
Unit
更
story,
新
so
本日
it
の
is.
物語は昨月編第8話魔法神竜ドラジュエルド・イグニスです。あらすじをお願いします。
おお、元気だったか皆の者。ドラジュエルド、かっこまだ熟睡中じゃ。わしがおらぬうちにいろいろあったらしいからそろそろ目覚めたいのだが、頼んだ相手をちょっと間違えたかのということで。
おお、かっこ
お
まだ
じいちゃん、まだ熟睡中ってどういうこと？
Who is
じゃあ
speaking?
なんだよ、起きてない
起きてないな
から目覚めたいから誰かに頼んだ
あ、
んだ。
そういうことね。脳内に直接
Who's speaking? So
元気だったか皆の者は直接喋りかけてくんだ。そんな感じなんだ。まだ起きてないんだね。まあ誰に頼んだんでしょうっていうのはまあなんとなく分かってるんじゃないでしょうかと思いますけれども、ぜひぜひこちら読み物サイト終盤終了後に更新されます。お楽しみに。
Alright.
それではここからは新カード紹介に参りたいと思います、本日はブースターパック霊気転生からドラジュエルド、そしてベルストラの強化カードを計5枚紹介いたします。
Okay, so a total of 5 cards that we're going to be seeing here with Welstra support as well as in this Drajeweled support, I should say. And I think it should be supportive of either Drajeweled or Ignis specifically. We'll see in a little bit. So yeah, we did get a few of it in previews for during the episode. So let's get the full treatment here and see what we are dealing with.
はい、ということでこちら改めての情報でございますが
I have to guys up in time also, but
それぞれのデッキに
we have to go through the point form also. They did mention that so they're going to go through the startup the start decks for the Skyrider decks that you can see there. So yeah, we get to see what the full list has. So there's a new Regardless piece that's actually coming out with with these 2 decks, so we have to see what will be coming up from there. So yeah. So yeah, but just the full product information also as to what you could expect out of the 2 decks, so, which includes a triple R print of the ace in the deck, alright, as well as 2 random triple Rs also from a random selection of cards also, and there are 3 in total, so yeah. So yeah, you can see Shenri coming out in with the Skyrider as well as the Union the Sky. Alright, for Tendo Zero, and then the other one is Shiki. Aote Shiki. So yeah, Aote Shiki will be getting the twin cast, protection twin cast, as well as the Stoichia PR card also, which is a very good one, which is place from a hand, call, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose one and discard it and then shuffle your deck. And then with 10 more cards in your drop zone, this really gets plus 10k, so it's an 18k booster. So this one was a pretty strong PR card also for Stoichia at the time also. But with Shenri being in there, it being reprinted in the Skyrider one, I actually might want to get the Skyrider just for the Shenri. So yeah, it's reprinted. And also Union the Sky too as well. So yeah. So yeah, I think I might be all in for the Zero, yeah, Tendo Zero deck. So yeah, I think it might be. There's one in there, so the deck itself has 1 copy. Has 1 copy. Big place for Regardless pieces, so but I think for Shenri and for the Stoichia PR, so I think there's only 1 copy.
シェンリーはね、ドリレアありましたけれど、フィランダのノーマル仕様は初めてなんじゃないか。おお。
Cry Idol。
ちょっと気になる。い やこれ光ってくれたらめっちゃ嬉しいな。
I know, only one
いや
Shenri
嬉
also.
しいですね。
You need 4 for Koti Blaze.
ねみん
I
な
will want
すごい
4 for Wilbert.
うちのデッキ
For Wilbert Dragon. Rebel Dragon, yeah.
そして残りの再録カードも見ていきましょう。こちらです。ドン。
Alright, so here's a
はい
full deck list, so we get to see in
こちらがそれぞれの
full.
デッキの再録カードになります。ゼロのデッキには
Anything that I do not recognize, anything that I recognize.
この再録カードの中からも
So great
ランダム
ones.
でトリプルレア仕様になる場合がありますということでございますが、ちょっとざっとラインナップ見てみると気になるカードがあるんじゃないですか。
Sunekos
はい。
エネルギージェネレ
Kosori.
ーターも入っているのはいいのですが、
はい
あこれも
はい
光る
そういうことでございます。
のこれ。
Yeah, if you put it up there, that means that you don't mind sharing it, so no matter how personal it is.
や
Also.
らせたい。
いい。
ライドデッキクレストは絶対使うからね。
そうね。
ねえ、ジェネレータ
何枚でも欲しいじゃん。
ー。ね、そうよ。うわ、ジェネレーター光らせたいな。
Okay, so there's a P.
すごいなんか。
Wait, no, those are.
やっぱり
Sorry, those are
ゼロ
great
の
zeros. I'm looking at the wrong one. So
順
yeah.
当にゼロ君の使ってるユニットたちが結構。
So yeah, there's only 4 great ones in there. So
ね
which is
まだ分かってないカード、新規カードがたくさん。
Hayashi Kaze. So yeah.
すごいテクイカードがやっぱあるよね。ゴーストシリーズとか。面白いですね。デッキ内容が。
Interesting.
うわーこれちょっと。
Hola, you have arrived. Yes,
トリレア
you
仕
have
様ない
arrived.
カードたくさんあるから。
So okay.
光らせたい。
うわーちょっとぜひ。
3 new cards and 70 reprints. This side, on the right side, has 9 new cards and 11 reprints.
盛り上がりましたけれども、商品情報いきたいと思います。こちら。
Okay.
ぶっちぎりスタートデッキ天童ゼロ
So I have to wait until until English translated. So what's in each of the sets also. But the fact there's only one Shenri in there, so it's a little bit sad also, but it makes sense. It makes sense. It might also drive people to actually go buy 4 copies to get 4 copies of Shenri.
強化カードを見ていきたいと思います。じゃあまずはベルストラから紹介していきましょう。1枚目こちら。
So here we go, Welstra support, let's go.
ブリッツメカニックバウエンでございます。
So Blitz Mechanic Bowen. Alright. So when this is placed on the Vanguard circle, if you have a Blitz Vanguard, and you have 2 products in your order zone, discard a card from your put a card from your hand into the soul, then search your deck for if you have a grade 2 product card in your order zone, search your deck for a grade 2 product card, reveal it, put it in your hand and shuffle your deck. Continuous skill is that if you have 2 or more products in your order zone, this usually gets plus 5k shield, so it becomes a 10k shield when you intercept. So as long as you have a grade 2 product, which will most likely be Lubetzel in there, then this card becomes an easy like plus into soul. Plus into soul, so that you can actually fetch out another order and put it in your hand, and then you can set the product there. So which you could possibly fish out all your Lubetzels if you have any. So this is a good Lubetzel searcher or Lubetzel MTR also. But I think you will only play 1 Lubetzel in there. You could also put this for Freischütz too as well. It's a double R. You could also put this for Freischütz as well. So you can actually just put Freischütz in there, and then have Freischütz. Then you can actually operate Freischütz's ability as many times as possible, and maybe like use that to chain into Freischütz's maximum. I think some way somehow. So yeah. But no, I mean that might be a way, but I'm not too certain. So yeah. Yeah. I think I see the possibility of you playing, of one actually playing in a whole bunch of Freischütz in there, and which could evolve into Freischütz maximum to his own ability, if I remember correctly. Alright, so Blitz Security, I think we saw this in the anime episode, so yeah. So when this unit is placed on the Vanguard circle, if you have a Blitz Vanguard, then choose a order zone from your drop zone, and you can put it into the bottom of the deck or into your soul. So this card actually allows you to actually set orders into the soul. Okay, can. Yeah, so okay, can. So you can send it to the bottom of the deck, or you can actually send it into the soul. Another way to actually plus soul into your Welstra deck. Okay, if when your Vanguard with Welstra in its card name that has a divine skill attacks, soul plus 1, retire this unit. Search a product. sorry, choose a product in your order zone and operate it. So this one allows you to be able to, when it attacks, you can Soul Blast 1, retire this unit, and then after that you can have a product operate, so the fractions can actually minus 5k and destroy one. And then after that, Welstra's ability can also come off too as well, also, which is operate another one, so it can be fractions maximum once more, minus 10k in total also, with this card in play together. So this is a very strong card also, and I think a worthwhile addition to the Blitz deck. Very worthwhile addition to the Blitz deck actually.
このユニットを退却させることで、あなたのオーダーゾーンからプロダクトを1枚選び稼働させる。
はい、ということで、
稼働させる。
そうです。今回なんと、シルベの運命者のベルスラなら、その子がアタックした時に1枚この子を使うことで稼働させることができます。そうだから今までそのなんだろうな、オイリアンテを使う場合は、基本的にオイリアンテ込みの、4回アタックが、基本的なものだったんですけれども、なんとこのバルネストを使うとですね、このバルネストの縦列からアタックした後にヴァンガードでアタックした時にオイリアンテ使いながらバルネストでもう1枚マクシムを稼働させてみたいな、実はそうオイリアンテ稼働しながら5回アタックができるようになった夢の動きが可能になってしまったし、まあ普通にソウルブラスト1とこの子退却だけでいいんで、この子でねまずソウル溜まってますから、めちゃくちゃそう。
あ、そっか、すごい。
そうなんですよ。コスト自体は実質この子1枚退却させるみたいな感じになってるんで、なんとこれね、なかなか面白いカードが来ましたよ。これはちょっと一気に圧を高めるカードにもなっておりますので、ちょっとぜひ皆さん試してみてください。結構だから融通聞かせられるようにもなってるのかな。ヴァンガードがアタックした時にもう1枚稼働っていうのはね、普通にこの子1枚ドローに変換することもできますし、竜別あるの効果で、ちょっといろいろね使い方その場に応じて使い分けられるので、ぜひ皆さんちょっと試してみてください。はい、ということで以上がベルスタラの強化カードでございました。それでは続きましてドラジュエルドの強化カードも見ていきたいと思います。まずはこちらです。ドン。
Alright, so we move on to the Drajeweled boost cards. Alright, so once per turn, when your Vanguard attacks, if your Vanguard is grade 3 or higher, choose another rearguard to move it into the soul, then for the 33 gets plus 5k.
はい、ということで、ヴァンガードにアタックした時
This is a pretty good card actually. Even though the
グレードが足りないなとかそういう
even though the
ソウルの中に綺麗にグレードをばらけ
the video quality went south, so so yeah. Anyways, yeah, I mean you choose another one of oh sorry, you choose this unit and another rearguard. Sorry, you choose this unit and another rearguard to move in the soul. This allows you to actually be able to get in certain cards that you need to get into the soul. So I think this could be really good for this could also be really good for Fafnir too as well. Drajeweled, absolutely. You can also possibly use this with you could possibly use it. I could see this in Bruce, especially if I'm playing the Pedible Tactics Bruce. So yeah. Alright, so here we go. When it says placed on a regard circle, then reveal a Drajeweled grade 3 from your right deck. Then if you reveal the card or your Vanguard is a grade 3 or higher with Drajeweled in their name, color plus 1. Look at the top 7 cards in your deck. Choose a what's the name also? Demonic Jewel Dragon? Yeah. Choose a Demonic Jewel Dragon among them. Reveal it, put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. If you did not add a card into your hand, so charge 2. Okay, so you get the Soul Charge 2 for Color Blast 1, or you get to add yourself a Demonic Jewel Dragon also, which there is plenty of Demonic Jewel Dragons in there. This would really be specific to you actually having most of your field actually be some sort of Demonic Jewel Dragon, which could either be a Ignis, sorry, which could possibly be an Ignis in your hand because you can grab it. You can grab, sorry, you can grab Drajeweled from there. You can grab like Rocker Go or probably the new card that we see later on also. I forgot what the name was also, because I think there's also a Demonic Jewel Dragon too. Restore Gala I think too as well, so a lot of your front row attackers also will be something they can actually fetch with this card. So interesting.
はい、
here we go.
魔石竜
Rithos Gate, Rithosugure, basically. Rithosugure.
先ほどのディムメアの能力で手札に持ってくることができますが
Rithosugure. Rithosugure. So yeah.
はい。
So anyways, so when this unit is placed on the Vanguard circle, if you have a Jojo, grant you a higher Vanguard, energy blast 3, get and draw 1 card. Okay. So then once per turn, when this unit attacks a grade 3, then if you have 4 different grades, if you have 4 more different grades in your soul, then for the third this unit gets plus 10k. Alright. So because 20k on their front also. So then the last one is that when you soul blast 4 or more cards by for the cost of your Vanguard's ability, then color plus 1 stand this unit. So this is similar to Rocker Go because it's also a color plus 1 restand 2 as well. This one is a bit updated or possible full-on replacement for Rocker Go or accompaniment to it also. But then it's color plus 1, you get to stand this unit. So yeah, it wouldn't have the plus 10k anymore. Oh sorry, when it attacks, so then you have that is plus 10k for the turn. So you will keep the plus 10k from there. So you want to attack release first. The stand already makes it obvious already as it is. You attack reduce 2 first, and then after that you color plus 1 when you Jojo Vanguard so plus 4 or more. So it can just be Jojo Mass Cast 2 as well. You can do so. You can also do of course also you'll be doing Ignis obviously with it, and then you can just restand as well and then just attack one more time. So yeah. So yeah, but of course if you play Ignis so you run the danger of your opponent actually being able to drop only 1 card for the Blitz order. Sorry, for the Sanctitude, Elementarius Sanctitude. But it's still a very strong addition to the deck regardless. And if you really didn't like Mass Cast like I do, yeah. We'll have to see.
先行3ターン目からアタックすることができます。これめちゃくちゃ強い。そうなんです。しかもバープラ、双形の魔法師バープラっていうカードが今までございましたけれども、その子を、使うことによってなんと5回アタックが1003からすることができてしまいます。
そんなんされたら手札ボロボ
こ
ロになっちゃうよ。
れやばいよね。1003で1にされて。みんなで5回アタックしてきて全部ノーガウトですみたいになる可能性がある。これマジで強い。
That is all the 5 cards there. So, but yeah, I mean, something I'm definitely looking forward to also for my Jojo deck. Absolutely. So yeah, can't wait to get my hands on him. Also. Hopefully, I will be able to.
と一緒に添えてあげるのも良いでございますから。
So yes.
ぜひぜひ4月11日発売のマスターデッキセット狭間みちるにはですね、バープラもロックアグールも収録されておりますので、ぜひこのリドスアグール一緒に入れて、強いデッキにより強化してあげてください。ということで、ぜひぜひ新品に入れてください。それでは最後に商品情報です。こちら。
ブースターパック霊気転生
Alright.
は4月11日金曜日発売です。アニメデラックス編で活躍するカードも収録されておりますので、今後の紹介もお楽しみに。以上、新カード情報でした。
はい。
Right, so that is all the new card information that we got. So yeah.
それでは次回予告を見ていきましょう。こちら。
Alright, so she hasn't been gone for so long or so, but yes. Shindo Mane is going to be coming back as a guest this time round also. And of course, we're getting Magnolia review cards too, as well as a couple of support cards for Artisaria as well that will be shown in the episode, I guess. Yeah, and then of course also we're getting the new cards also for the so for the Tendo Zero. Alright, so for the Tendo Zero card also, so we get to see new stuff from there. Basically, it's placed on the field if your Vanguard is creature you hire Jojo's card name. Matthew, you're way too late with that, man. I don't think I made a mistake by translations. You're way too late with those translations, bro. Way late. You blame your Wi-Fi. Well, can't be helped. So yeah. We already see what is next week's show already. We already translated the Lithorago already. We already Lithorago's ability already. So yeah.
そうですよ。絶対そうよ。だからちょっとね、 今週末のアニメをぜひぜひまず楽しんでください。
I'm surprised they don't get 3 skills, so yeah, it's interesting they got 3 skills. So yeah.
おい、それでは皆さん書き込み準備大丈夫ですかね。それじゃあいきますよ。
Wi-Fi.
の合言葉はライド
Windows up,
バ
Vanguard.
イ
Wi-Fi is shit, so yeah. Sorry for those on YouTube. I don't usually swear. We're trying to keep it family friendly, we're trying to keep it PG, but no, I can't do that, so yeah. I guess we could consider ourselves evolved to PG-13, so yeah. More or less, so. Where's my 4 skill 7 revealer support, so. Don't know when that's happening, so we won't see what that might be, so yeah. That is the stream right there, so yeah. I just realized that I have my focus music on also, which is actually like Age of Empires stuff going on also, so yeah, the entire stream, but it's okay. All that sorted out right there, right through so yes, there is a stream, got a bunch of full cards from there, so you only get 1 Shenri. Apparently yes, there's only 1 Shenri in there, so I wish there would be more. I wish there was more, but I guess this is also a way in which they could get people to start buying up, so because if you're missing Shenri, and Shenri is a supremely great card, so yeah, you have to go from there. So I think it's like 65. I can't remember, so I think it might be 65. So I could be wrong. Because I don't remember how much the thing is. And I think the commercial for it is also not there anymore. So let's put the episode. Oh, sorry, it's $20. Yeah, it's $20 a pop. So yeah, buy 4 TDs and call it a day. So $80 or so. I don't know if I got $80 to spare for that. So. And somehow considering also that we also have set 8 coming out after this as well, not too long ago, in a couple weeks too as well. So yeah. So we might actually not have a lot. We need to have actually quite a bit of money in there, so before we can start investing. So to be fair, it's cheaper than an expensive Shenri. So I suppose so. I honestly suppose so, but we won't know until we get into it. So yeah. So yeah, all things through and through. Right, let's get our background music in. Did he just pause? There we go. Did he just pause halfway? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Shenri is 4 times the price of a TD, so well, good to know. So that's how I'm gonna get my Shenris as well, and that's the only way that I'm ever gonna get my Shenris too as well. Through and through. So okay, Ken. Alright. Read that, can read that. I guess I can read this too as well. So yeah. Today's reviews also are just pretty interesting. All in all, so I really do like this one. Really look like this one, which is that you can put a rear guard with different card name from this unit into. So put a different rear guard. Oh, I thought it's this rear guard and yeah, I thought it's this unit and another one. So this could be wrong. So we have to double check the correct one. So about to have a 4 battle royale before the 0 deck soon. So nope, I'm not. I just collected the Shenri and then I'll just chuck the 0 decks out the window. Save one. I'll just keep one for honesty's sake. So I mean, I don't need 4 Union Disguise. Or do I? I don't know. Alright, so okay. Yeah, so that's all of it. And we're gonna get Magnolia Patriarch very soon. So yeah. Cab, give one for me. So okay, Ken. How about the Stoicheia one? So the Stoicheia one gets Philander. The Stoicheia one gets Philander. So oh, I just realized this is actually not a PR card. This was actually Philander from when Zorga Nadir came out. So it's being reprinted here. So it's not a PR card. Like Cap's interest. Yeah. Indeed. So okay, Ken. We'll move on to the what is quickie segment, but I really need to take care of some things, which also includes a visit to the bathroom. So we will get to the what is quickie segment as soon as I get back. So yeah, we will go through that. Alright, but now also. So oh, sorry. I'll set this up so we can take a look at it once I get back. So and the next week's prom is already up as well, so be sure to head over to next week's prom. It's quite appropriate for the time frame as well, so we're gonna have quite a bit of fun with this one. So we'll see that next week. But for now, let's get to the prompt here. I'll leave it here and then I will go use the toilet. So I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Ugh, let me settle in. Alright, so good afternoon, Jank enthusiasts. Welcome to Jank Building Tuesday. This week's prompt is Jank decks have broke our heart, and we have a couple of submissions to go through. Yes, we do. So, can let us use Bahasa for next week's prompt? No, that's cheating. Bahasa deck is cheating. That's why you gonna have to use the thing from there. So, alright. So okay. So I don't know about you guys, but I just started to realize that my deck building prompts also is basically just Taskmaster, but Vanguard to a certain extent. I don't know what to do with that idea, so we'll see how it goes along. But this is our What is Cooking segment, and we are going to be going through the deck prompts that I posted this week, and next week I got another one too as well. It's already up as well. Join our Discord server, which you can find in the links in the description box below. If you're watching this on replay on YouTube after I cut out the video from there, and yeah, you can find it there and you can take part in it. It's in the deck building station over here, and you can see the various prompts that I put up over there. So along with you guys like asking for your own builds and such. So yeah, I'll just leave it at that. So, but okay, let's get to it. So make cap as Taskmaster. See how much points we accumulate. So that's an idea. We'll see what we do for that. So maybe halfway through, so we can start some sort of like a Taskmaster championships or whatnot. So yeah. Regardless, today's prompt or this week's prompt is build me a standard deck that broke your heart and tell me why. If you saw the thumbnail of this or so, that's pretty much where it came from there. So yeah, we are going to be looking at a few decks. So we got a good few submissions. I'll try my best not to read out like cards, although I'm raw reacting to it. I'm gonna be raw reacting to all the cards in there. So I usually like to do the readouts so that you guys can get a full context of what it is. So, and also for me to learn too as well. But I am not going. But I'll see whether I can cut it down also, so that I can fit more of your decks in as possible rather than cut out a few things. So I may try to avoid reading certain things like say the right deck and everything and whatnot. So but anyways, we will proceed. The deck codes are all there, so you guys can follow on with the deck codes as we go along. So yeah, we'll start with the first one also, and this one is from Edric, who you usually see in my YouTube chats or whatnot also. However, his reasoning is plain deck is paid and Yu-Gi-Oh gameplay, fun time play she, but the line is not straightforward. This is a Michu deck essentially, and I don't really want to say much because English is not your first language. But you really need to be very descriptive of what you're saying because nobody can really understand what's going on over here. Nevertheless, let's take a look at the deck also that he's talking about. So let's proceed. So yeah, it's a Michu deck as I mentioned as well. However, this one is running with the Suisei and Sakura Miko right line because those are replacements for Michu essentially. So yeah, you can see that this is actually regarded as the first Vanguard for Michu. And Suisei is considered as the Great One Michu, which you can see there. Sakura Miko is considered as the second grade. So and you see going down also that eventually right, Sakura Miko right is also replacement card for Michu. Is the ace there, and then the secondary is actually Suisei. And the way that the Michu deck works also is that Nokno, which is actually originally the accompanying glitter unit for Michu, would take the Vanguard spot. So and in this case, so it'll be Suisei that actually will be coming into the Vanguard circle to attack, and after that swap back. Then it goes to the soul and then swaps back with Michu proper. So right, this one is playing with the dress up Michu as well. Which will be that when this one is placed by riding on top of the Great Tree Michu. Alright, you can search your deck for up to one card with Dokno in its card name, or up to one cannonball card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and if you search your deck, shuffle the deck, activate Persona Right. When set 11 came out also, and set 11 came with the new Great Tree Aces, we used, I think the term is still called that as well. There are the Great Tree Strides. Essentially, what happens is that when you write onto the original unit on top also, then you basically bind the original unit, and after that you can have the original unit come back to the Vanguard circle, and it'll take the form there. So you can read the second skill there, so which is bind the original Michu from your soul, and then this unit gets then choose one of your opponent's regards, retire it until end of turn, reduce this unit's cannonball ability by Soul Blast 2. Sorry. At the end of that turn, if this unit is on the Vanguard circle, write the count bar for the cost as rest. The cannonball ability is that when this unit attacks the Vanguard, Soul Blast 2, choose up to one of your opponent's regards and retire it, and this unit gets plus 10k to the end of the battle. With Michu, right, the Cannonballs is the one that makes the most difference over here. Because these are the two Cannonball cards that you can see over here. This one is mainly just for giving plus 10k until the end of the turn. And of course, also you choose one of your opponent's regards and then turn the unit can intercept and cannot stand during the stand phase as well. But the most important one is the Grade 3 Cannonball here, which is Flower Cannonball, which replaces Michu's Cannonball ability by sending this card to the drop zone, and then you change the ability to when this unit attacks, so plus 2, choose 3 of your units and get plus 10k at the end of the turn. So it replaces the Cannonball ability with this ability instead, so which is basically like an extra persona right from there. So Miko is the old Michu actually. So yeah, Sakura Miko is actually the old Michu here. So with this being the first Vanguard, I'm not sure what the goal was here. In order to do so, you probably want to swap the two instead. So yeah. Miko is the old Michu there. So alright. So if you have all set up in your order zone, which is this one over here, which you will immediately find. Alright. And then you draw card one, you draw a card, of your hand. It's card properties when you see attacks a Vanguard, so plus 2, choose one of your opponent's regards, retiring and gets plus 5k to the battle. It just changes to this one, which is plus 10k to 3 units. Essentially, you can V-formation through it also. And yeah. I can imagine the Yu-Gi-Oh play and such as so, but I have fought against the Michu deck before, and I have studied the Michu deck myself too as well. So this deck isn't that technical. You just need to really be familiar with what you do from here. Alright, so especially with the new Nokno that actually comes in with the particular set, so that we have a complete set 11. With the other glitter units too as well. This Nokno's ability is that if your Cannonball card was put into the order zone, from the order zone to the drop zone, this turn usually gets plus 10k. This one is basically a regard attacker, which is that if your Vanguard is greater card plus 1, and so plus 1 this unit gets when this unit attacks, if you drive check was performed for the battle of your regard attack this turn, if no drive check, sorry, then this unit performs drive check at the end of the until the end of the turn. This is supposed to be just another Nokno go from there. So, and of course, this Nokno will be that at the end of the battle your Vanguard attacks, if your Vanguard is greater or greater, card plus 1 and discard a card from your hand, stand this unit, and swap the positions of your Vanguard with this unit. At the end of the turn, swap the positions with the swap unit of the unit. The soul does not move. So essentially, you just kind of move things around also. So yeah, after this unit attacks, then you go into this, and then after that you swap over with the other Vanguard for them. Soul does not move. So blah. It's blind soul charge is somehow right into the old one also, which is a little bit weird so that you don't put the old one in there, because the old one is what needs to get this started. So I think this one may have been built from there. What other support cards are in here? So Michu support, put a card for your hand in the soul, choose a Cannonball for your drop zone, put it to your hand, and your damage zone has 3 or more face down cards. If you did not counter charge, still counter charge 1. So this one allows you to be able to counter charge back some of the cost that you will pay for Nokno. And then gets plus 10k as long as the Cannonball card was put from order zone to drop zone, which it will throughout. I think this one is the more recent one for it. When you see space Reggae Circle, if all set up in your order zone, Energy Blast 3, top 7, search for one Cannonball, reveal it, put your hand and shuffle your deck. If you have a Grade 3 Michu in his card name, put this card into soul. Search your deck for up to 1 Glistening Mood Michu and write it as stand, shuffle your deck. If your Vanguard was placed during the right phase this turn, or you Persona Road this turn, you cannot Persona Road at the end of this time. Sorry, until the end of the turn. So the idea is that you have a Grade 3 with Michu in his card name, so you write up to this one, and then you go into this unit will just slide itself into it. Then you search the deck for up to 1 Glistening Mood Michu, which is this one over here. You just search for copy and go over, so which is a bit weird also, because all the more you want to actually put it the other way around. So Sakura Miko goes here and this one goes here. So I think this one was just maybe misbuilt. So from there, PGs, just 3 different PGs plus the Elementaria there as well. OT running with 8 crits, 3 draws and 4 heals essentially. And yeah, this is this is the Michu set deck, so as you can see there. So I wish you were more descriptive with your set story, but it is what it is. To me, I don't really see much about what it, because I took a bit of time to actually kind of know what the Michu deck is, because it was pretty interesting for me at the time, and I faced off against it a couple of times or so. That this is what I would want to see, and this is what I would expect to see. So yeah. Anyways, let's move on to the next deck. We have Curse of Archer coming back again with another collab deck. And it says there, so this broke my heart when I read the physical copy of the cards. It was really good until a few months ago when I checked and found out that the physical copies are misprinted hard, which turned it bad. So this one is the Record of Ragnarok deck. Let's pull up the decks also. And these are the misprints in question. It's a bit sideways, so I apologize for that. I don't think I can rotate it. So this was the cards that have been misprinted. This is the PG. This one is Aphrodite. And this one is Regenfeld, as well as this one is Adam too. So the skills are there, and I think that the actual card itself, did not update in here. So Daddy and Father, please do not. Okay, so Zeus first Vanguard, and then it goes into Brunhilde, which the Record of Ragnarok also makes it so that for the grid 2 onwards, so it's where you started. So when you write up, so it's basically on your chance with what you want to do. Because the card's a little bit hard to read, I won't go into the skills. You can look at the deck log yourself if you want to. But this is basically Adam, which is that when it's wrote upon by Father of all mankind, Adam, search there for up to one wife from Paradise. Eve, sorry, that was Eve, not Aphrodite. Call to Regal Circle and shuffle your deck. And this one is Adam himself, which has the Volinder ability, which I think it allows itself to actually be armed by a unit. I apologize for not rotating. It's okay. We will do what we can. So, card plus 1 and all of your regards gets plus 5k at the end of the turn. When it's in your attacks, if you have 2 or more regards, this unit gets plus 5k at the end of the battle. If you have 4 or more regards, this unit gets plus 10k instead of plus 5k. Alright, then the remaining grade 2s are here, which is that when it's in your attacks, if your grade 3 or greater Vanguard of Adam is card name, it is card name or Valkyrie, this unit gets plus 5k at the end of the battle. If your Vanguard is a man or Valkyrie and your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, this unit cannot be chosen by your card effects. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, it is a man or Valkyrie, this unit gets plus 5k shield. So this is the first PG in question, so let's do a comparison. When this unit is put into Guardian Circle, choose one of your units and it cannot be hit until the end of the battle. If your hand has 2 or more cards, choose a card from your hand, discard it. I don't know why I'm reading PG skill. But this one was basically, when this unit is put into your hand, discard a card from your hand. Choose one of your units and it cannot be by the end of your turn. If your hand is 2 or more, choose a card from your hand and discard it. I don't think it's updated, was it? Put a Guardian Circle, discard a card from your hand, choose one of your abilities that cannot be handed in a battle. If your hand has 2 more cards, choose a card from your hand and discard it. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. Discard a card from your hand. Cost this card from your hand, then choose a unit cannot be hit. If your hand has 2 or more, choose a card from your hand and discard it. So, you still have to discard regardless with that one also. Physical copy stands to discard 2, so which forces you to discard 2, and this one has been errata, so we can see the errata over there. So kind of charge 1 for Heimdall. Alright, so this one is Eve. So if your Vanguard is Father of all mankind, Adam, rest this unit, so charge 1. Choose one of your units with Adam in his card name, and this unit gets that unit gets this unit's power until the end of turn. And Eve here, if your Vanguard is Father of all mankind, Adam, rest this card, counter charge, so charge 1. Choose one of units with Adam in his card name, and that unit gets using the ability at the turn, increased by it at the time. So, comparatively speaking, it does the power thing. So increase it by its power at the time. No, I have to read it sideways. So yeah, I'm assuming everybody else has to. So I'm not gonna do much to fix it. So but maybe I'll just casually just rotate it to the side. So when I'm turning to this, so who knows? Physical copy states that your back row regard instead of center back row regard. So it says the same back row regard circle regardless. So I'm trying to find the errata here essentially. I think it might have to do with increased by its power at that time. So that unit gets this unit's power until the end of turn. No, it's kind of really straightforward there. So I'm trying to spot the difference here. So but there might not be much differences. Might not be so, but I could be wrong for that. We're looking at Kane. Put this guy into soul and then choose one of these units with Adam his card name and plus 5k at the end of the turn. Probably mistake on my end also, but the grade 2 right line. Yeah. So alright. So Father of all mankind. This is region left. Continuous. If this card is armed to a Vanguard, all the following abilities are active. Once per turn, so +2, draw a card. When your Vanguard is attacked, card +1, bind a 7 Valkyrie sister region left from your hand and increase or decrease the power of this unit armed with this card to match the power of the attacking unit until the end of the battle. So, region left. Father of all mankind, arm of all abilities, so as to draw a card when your Vanguard is attacked. Buy the 7th sister Regent left from your hand, and increase or decrease this unit's power armed with this card to match the. Okay. Increase or decrease. It's about the same actually. Oh, sorry. End of turn. This one says end of that battle. Yeah, there we go. There we go. End of turn. This one says end of turn also, which will make it so much more powerful. But then it's actually supposed to be end of that battle, which means that you have to keep binding it. So Column plus 1, I'm binding it. So yeah, I can see the heartbreak there. So this one is the Great One itself, which I think allows you to be able to this you have a spike it at a turn at the end of the battle, return a boosted unit to your hand and such. So yeah, I think the last one that you put in was the Great 2, right? Yeah, we forgot to check this one. So when this unit is rolled upon by Father of all mankind Adam, search your deck for up to 1 man's first wife Eve, call it to Vanguard circle and shuffle your deck. When this unit is rolled upon by Father of all mankind, search your deck for up to 1 wife exiled from Paradise Eve, and called it to Regard Circle. So wife Paradise from Eve, and this one is also exiled for Paradise. So yep, this one is wrong because it's not man's first wife, it's actually man exiled by Paradise. So that's the errata there. So yeah, there's no first man's wife Eve. So you could not do it with the card as printed. So you have to go with what was actually supposed to be the case. So but yeah, I can absolutely see your deck actually I can see your deck absolutely just being quite butthurt. You can feel a little bit butthurt by it because of the misprints in question. Essentially, I can see it. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to get around that. So, for some reason the collapse set also was misprinted hard. So for some reason, yes, it was. So I remember those days. It was misprinted hard. I remember hearing a lot of erratas for the record of Ragnarok deck. So, which is mysterious, so as to say the least. But then again, who knows? Maybe it could be like a new translation team or so. They basically like had 2 different translations, I think, and then they only got the proper one at a later time, but it was too late by then. Somebody actually put in the wrong one instead at the time. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. So nothing much can be done there. So the second one that broke is another one for you as well, Curse of Archer. This second list broke my heart for being a good universal man's race supporter, but does absolutely nothing. So since there's nothing to accomplish, let's take a look. They had the auto ability turned into an icon also. I think I heard about that also. But yeah, this one is the full Brunhilde deck. So again, record Ragnarok once more. Okay, we are seeing blah 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 blah. When this is brought up by riding on the choice of victory Brunhilde, which will be this one over here. Alright, then reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is grade 2 or less normal unit, is a man or Valkyrie, call it the Regard Circle. If not, put it at the top of your deck or into your soul. Discard a grade 3 or greater unit card with Brunhilde in its card name from your hand. This unit gets the skill. All of your man and Valkyrie get plus 5k power to a turn. When this unit attacks, card on plus 1. Choose a man or Valkyrie for your drop zone, call it the Regard Circle, and the call card gets plus 5k until the end of the turn. So yeah, I mean there's 2 different Brunhildes here, which you can switch over between the 2. Card plus 1 and so plus 1 card with Brunhilde in its card name. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 man and Valkyrie card from each among them. Call it the Regard Circle and shuffle your deck and put the rest of the bottom of the deck in any order. Shuffle the rest and put them in the bottom of the deck in any order. If your opponent's Valkyrie is grade, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, so plus 1, choose one of your man or Valkyrie and they get plus 5k to the end of the turn. Alright, we see Adam already. This one is Lubu. Do not pursue Lubu. When this unit is boosted by a Valkyrie, this unit gets plus 5k to the end of the turn. The PG is we talked about already. When this unit is placed on the Vanguard or Regard Circle, search your deck for so plus 1, search your deck for up to 1 Valkyrie with the Volunder ability or up to 1 man. Reveal it, put it in your hand and shuffle your deck. If you put a card into your hand and this unit is on the Regard Circle, choose a card from your hand and discard it. So okay, this one is gold. When this is placed on Regard Circle, man, color plus 1. Choose a Valkyrie with a different card name. With a different card name from this card. And grade equal to or less than your Vanguard from your drop zone, call it the Regard Circle. When this unit boosts a unit with Brunhilde in its card name, this unit plus 5k to the end of that battle. Devote yourself rank dits. When this unit boosts a Regard with Lubu in its card name, if your Grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Lupu in its card name or Valkyrie, color +1 until the end of the battle. When your opponent will call cards from hand to Guardian Circle, they must call 2 or more cards at the same time. And of course, so we saw this Reg Left 2 already as well. So, pretty underwhelming, I would say. So, which is that I remember the Record Ragnarok deck also was something that really caught people's eyes, and it felt like the start of something. Especially since this was the first deck that I think had they had a simul release essentially. So Record Ragnarok was both released in English and in Japanese at the same time. But the deck itself also wasn't really anything changing for the most part. It did cause quite a bit of confusion because of the way that you could customize the right deck, which is signature of Record Ragnarok at the time, which is that your right deck can just be whatever it wants to be so long as it makes sense towards the rest of your deck build. Yeah, I mean, this one is focused more on the man race basically, or having the man race. And just everything just basically all power. So, but I can imagine it being underwhelming. So, the man side of the collab is just doing nothing. So yeah, I feel it too as I'm reading the whole thing. I'm not reading anything interesting. It's just power. The god side is doing something. So I would fairly say yes, that might be the case. So yeah, man's best friend, nothing there. So, and I can't help but feel that that there's a bit of a short change here. So. Which is it is what it is, so there's not much I can really add to it. So okay, Ken, let's move on to Anishi's one. So Anishi is, I stopped Vanguard at a point in time in this series. At return, I wanted to upgrade my Jojo deck, and this deck was my first deck since I've been coping is good, but it's just terrible due to the Mascas form. Now, I have to say, Anishi is speaking my language. I never liked Jojo Mascas, so I never really liked my Jojo Mascas. It's confusing, and there's a Unica Baiko Mascas deck later on as well. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. You guys have spoken for me in this as well. I didn't feel to submit either one of these two. So, but yes, topical that we're going to Jojo at this time also, because we just got Jojo boost earlier. So, but yeah, this one is basically going with the Jojo Mascas deck as well. Again, I won't go through all the details over here. But the main thing to consider is actually Jojo Mascas, which is this card over here. So this card can only be written on by a grade 3 with Jojo in its card name. By removing a Jojo in its different card name from this unit, from your hand, soul, or drop zone, then you choose 2 cards in your drop zone and then you put them in the soul disengage +1 critical at the end of the turn. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, card +1, soul +4 cards with different grades. Choose 2 of your opponent's regards and retire them. Choose 1 of your opponent's Vanguards and until end of turn, increase or decrease its power to 1. So it does the same thing as the original Drajeweled already does, so which is that so +4 cards, except it doesn't have a counter blast cost to it, but the counter blast cost to it has been moved over from before. But essentially it's a choose 1 opponent's Vanguards until third increases its power to 1. Your opponent's Vanguards creature greater, you get +1 critical. So a lot of ways, so the Mascas deck is just basically a means to really just turbo straight into your Persona right at the time. So into your Persona right at the time to have your full field plus 10k, so where your opponent just starts sitting at grade 3. With not that many things going off, so because it used to be like a turn 4, turn 5 game. At that point in time, and if you're having turn 4, so before your opponent can get to that turn 4, so this comes into play, and that's really the main benefit of it all. So it's just different costs to pay for the same skill here, and the fact that you're playing with 2 additional copies, although they are the SIR and the what is that, CS01. So yeah, just the fact that they are all arts, so it doesn't change the fact so that the Mascas was basically just the abilities being rearranged, so we want to having the removal of it also. And not to mention that while you may have the Mask of Hydrogam, this is not the Mask of Hydrogam, that's the Mask of Hydrogam, I should say, not Masanori. So yeah, the idea of the Mascas deck also is that you're using the remove from game part from its drop zone in order to be able to write over. So Omnia Gruzo gave us the most accurate look as to how it's being used, which is that you would write into the normal version and then you will Mask of Hydrogam, remove it from game. You move this card into the soul essentially, and then you just rewrite into the Mascas, Drajeweled Mascas at that time. So that was kind of like how you were supposed to, but to me, so it's kind of like the situation whereby you need this in order to pay for the remove from game cost, and you want to discard it as early as possible. But you continue to be riding onto this, so you don't have enough mass of Hydrograms, so you can't really do that combination, which was essential for Omnia Guzio, but the rest not so much. So, and I think I share your sentiments with this also, because this felt like an unnecessary step. It really felt like an unnecessary step, honestly. And it does so little. It changes very little. So it's extra steps, I feel. So honestly, extra steps. Alright, and then just going with Risto Gala in there as your support grade 3. Cranium Burner, which was an excellent card that came out from set 10. Later on, before this, oh no, sorry, when this came out, so it was set 10. Yeah, it was a set 10 for this one. So it came out together with it. It's an excellent card actually. Rokugo, very standard, but but now we have Little Girl coming out right now. So this Rokugo and Little Girl will just either be best friends or like just go from there. So we want to add Gravidia as well. So let's not touch Gravidia. Let's not touch Gravidia Mascas also, because Gravidia Mascas was dead on arrival, straight up. So nobody knows what to do with that. So really. This one's going with Emposa as well, which is a very good support card that came with it. Falcon Performer, standard for the deck. You needed it in order to get your 4 into the soul. And Twin Marvel Dragon is just the staple for not just for what's her name? For Astoria, for Unica, but also helpful in Drajeweled too as well. So because all the cost ability is there. So yeah. But some way campus play so, and it's scary so. I mean, I can't say for certain so, but I know that not a lot of people really like the not a lot of people really like Gravidia Mascas so. It may be scary, but I think a lot of people weren't big fans of it so, and they felt they could get more done with just Gravidia herself rather than with Gravidia Mascas so. But I'm not sure. The fact that we're not talking about it so it goes to show so that Gravidia Mascas really died. It really died so. A sad death so. I wish I could love this deck a lot more, so I agree. I wish I could love this deck a lot more too, so. Okay, then let's move on to Saber, and yes, now we go into Baiko Mascas, and thank you Saber for really talking about it. It was decent at Unica, then Baiko came along and the deck went from decently playable against quite a bit of decks to just DOA. Straight up. I love the Unica deck. I really love the Astoria deck. It was super fun. This is JP code by the way, so yeah, so Astoria, Unica, Baiko Mascas so was just again extra steps. It's just straight up extra steps so for with the Mask of Hydrogram. So Mask of Hydrogram, extra steps that you have to go in so, and then you go into Unica, and after that then what? As I found out later on so, you may have to consider riding onto Unica and then you change into Baiko Mascas afterwards. So yeah, the difference between the two, right, is that we read this same grade 3 skill, which is that this unit can only be rolled upon a unit with a story in its card name, so it can't be the first Vanguard. It has to come in turn 4 or earlier, depending on your Mask of Hydrogram there. Then by removing a copy of the card with different name, from your soul, hand, or drop zone, right, and removing it from play, then you get to choose one of your opponent's regards and retire it, and then this unit gets +1 drive. When this unit attacks card +1, so +1. Then bind all critical triggers that you soul blasted for this cost, and then choose one of your rearguards, stand it, and then Then for every two critical units in your bind zone, critical triggers in your bind zone, then for turn this unit and that unit gets +5k. So ideally it's +20k, but it's usually only maybe like plus 5k, plus 10k, maybe 15k too as well, so for both those units. But Historical Unica so it has all the 40 abilities that comes out from it. You soul blast 3, bind all criticals that's been soul blasted for the cost, and then you activate the following abilities based on the number. 1 or more you get to retire 1, 2 or more you get +1 critical, 3 or more you get +1 drive. It's decent. This is pretty decent also, and a good and cards that came out later on also have been a good upgrade. Stellar Baiko, Baiko Stella actually came out also, and it's actually a lot more better because you not only have the namesake of Astoria that you can also count towards the number of cards in the bind. It goes up to 5 and can provide a lot more, which also includes the multi-attack. This is on its own something, but this one gives you the multi-attack, and for what? For extra steps just so you can get that, and this unit gets +5k. It really was extra. Not to mention they have to stuff in so space for, you have to make space for Skull Camda. You have to make space for the Mask of Hydrogram in there. There's a lot of support cards that's already in there that allows you to be able to recover back, which includes a counter charge 1. And then your Vanguard can get plus another critical. As long as you have an Historia removed from play this turn, which you will do so if you go into this. So yeah, and it already gets plus 1 drive, and the critical comes from there. This thing has no innate critical, it's just an extra attack. So, bleh. Is that my distant rival from another War Saber? Maybe. Maybe. So yeah. Then no matter what you put in there, so which also includes what was your name again? Clean Sweet Dragon, yes, there we go. So Clean Sweet Dragon is a good generic card, so it allows you to actually put any 3 rear guards from your opponent's and your side into the soul. You can debilitate your opponent's side, you can also add to your side, so just put whatever critical triggers that you have in there that you need to put into there. If you can't get it in with Twin Marvel, you can't get in it with Schwartz Spada or Toradina. Yeah, you just basically have ways in which that you could ways in which you can actually support this also. But then when it goes into this, it's just a little bit extra step P in many ways also. Nagasapu Base, I don't know what that means, so so yeah. So yeah, I mean, there's not much I can really say more about it. So I feel like Stella was definitely a way to help Utica get more consistency. Exactly. So and Stella felt like a proper upgrade to Utica. More so than the Mascas coming in also, because the Mascas just swaps out what Utica did also. And you want to get extra critical, you gotta play extra card just to get a critical in there. So yeah. Clean sweep. Oh, okay, Clean Sweep Dragon, got it. Get it. Alright, so yeah, I mean, I have no clue how to make this deck work. I might have to try and figure out in DNAs too. But for now, I don't know what to say, so because Baiko Mascas really, the Mascas deck just really kind of and this is also where I start to falter a little bit, so in my belief in like it might not say interest in Vanguard, more towards the sense that this really brought down just like enjoyment of Vanguard to a certain extent. Mascas wasn't really fun if you're not playing anything that topped. If you're not playing anything that topped, so it's Vanguard wasn't really too fun for me. So and yeah, that's not much that I can say there. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I do like the build here. So this build is pretty interesting. I might just copy this for day days or so. But regardless also, it really, like, these two really enveloped everything that I really like disliked about the Mask of Hydrogram. The Mascas era was a little bit sad, so if you weren't playing competitive at the time. So yeah, and even if you were, so I think it was just mainly like Zorga Mascas only. Zorga Mascas is really the only thing that was stopping at the time or so. Out of all the Mascas, everything else, nope, didn't get any. Alright, so let's move on to the next. We already got 3 more left, so let's take a look at it. So it's Kazu. So this deck is that made me cry all the time I see this deck. I have a close friend that always plays Vanguard with me. He left this world, or should I say he... Okay. I will not say when, but this deck appeared in YouTube anyway, and I don't want the deck. I don't want the people who read this have a problem with YouTube. But last thing I remember about him is that he, while he was trying this deck. So okay, let's take a look. So quite personal, but I appreciate you for sharing it as it is. So it is a Nirvana deck essentially. All right, and yeah, we're going with the original Nirvana here. So this is pretty old actually. This is pretty old. This is like season like BT02. So I did better this unit attack, color +1, so +1. Choose all your opponent's front row rear guards, retire it. If your opponent's Vanguard is Chakabati Divine Dragon Nirvana, choose up the grade 0 card from your drop zone and call it the rear guard circle. I'm surprised that Urga is not here because it's set to right. Urga was actually the main thing also, but yeah, this one was basically BT01 such as so. We're going in with Valiente in there. Which the overdress ability allows you to actually put this on top of a grid or less card in overdress state or over the trick star itself. My throat went immediately dry. I apologize for that. No, this isn't a question of the neither that. So sorry about that. So this isn't about how good. I wish you wouldn't do that. I'm trying to explain things. this isn't about how bad the deck is. This is just about your story behind a deck that actually broke your heart. So yeah, I mean, it's dramatic. It's quite dramatic as it is. So I won't go into too much detail about that. So, but I can only say just thank you for sharing the deck. So thank you for opening up about it. So that's what I can say. But this one is a deck that's actually really like season 1 really. It's just season 1 from there. So and you can get a sense of nostalgia in there. But there's some other cards in here. So you may not have played Urger in there. And he did not manage to get expected at the time also because we have the set 3 card over here, which is look at the top 7 cards, choose up to 1 card with overdress ability from online with rhythm to your hand and off your deck. Earlier I was talking about Valiente. Valiente just basically gets plus 5k for each of these units' original dress, and the idea was that you would go into Virina or Virina Arcs and then you go into Valiente afterwards. So alright, and just have the ability to be able to have this card be a re-attacker. So yeah. The deck is as is because he only has that. So yeah. Again, we are not there's no criticism here. There's no criticism here. We're not talking about what he didn't have or what he could have. That's out of the question. What is most important also is just looking through why this deck break your heart. So we understand. And there's not much that I can really say here. So nor do I want to go to it also because there's not much to say here. It's a season 1 deck at the time. So and even though this deck itself also could stuff in another 4 more cards inside, they didn't manage to get any of the updated shields too as well. So I was playing with the start deck shields at the time. So yeah, I mean it is what it is. So and yeah, there's nothing that I could really say or add to it. So that would that would do it. So the best that I can hope for is justice for it. So yeah, I mean of course you shouldn't be changing it. So but maybe update it to current rules, deck building rules I would say. But beyond that, so yeah, there's really not much to say here. There's not much to really say here. So. Right, we move on to Takeru's one, which is that, so you might know me as an illustrator. I used to have a friend that I grew up with playing Vanguard together. We were close since second grade in junior high. She's always been in and out of form. The game, she is nice and have fun in the game, within the game. Sorry, English is not good. But recently around COVID era, I believe around 2022 or 2021, we usually hang out in the hangout spot and meet up with new people in the server group chat. And there's this one guy, he looked nice and all of us are having fun with him playing Vanguard and stuff until the thing, the unimaginable thing that he do. Me and my best friend quit and traumatized from man, hang out in group call and even the card game itself. I was trying my best to help her, but she was traumatized by looking at the card itself. Just reminded her about what happened. She decided to quit the game and the deck. It stayed with me from that on, so we never talk to each other or never see each other again. So pretty deep story, so but yeah, I mean I was hoping for something a bit more fun, so but I never said that you couldn't have anything that deep and in there. So but again, I can only say thank you for sharing it. So you with prompts like this, so anything that's personal that you're willing to share, right, I can only say thank you for opening up about it. So I'm a big advocate for personal health. So yeah, for mental health too as well. So yeah, so yeah, it's a Hexor Orb deck. So it's been a while since I've touched Hexor Orb. After I got Gram Grace, so I never really touched Hexor Orb afterwards. Not because it was bad or anything whatsoever. My interest just realigned to something else. Also, my interest realigned to something else. And this was, I had my moments with this deck. I honestly have my moments in deck, and apparently Armes too also had moments with his deck too. So as you can tell by the bouncing emote. So, so yes. Hexor Orb Sorceress. When your drive track reveals a trigger unit, choose one of your regards and it gets plus 10k at the end of the turn. It's basically just double power. That goes into another one of your regards. If your persona wrote this turn, color +1, soul +1, reveal up to 1 critical or 1 front from your hand and put it at the top of your deck. And this unit gets +1 drive until the end of the turn. It is seeing cap 111 Owen with the same deck as she is. So yeah, because of Owen, which is I made it to 115k. So which is I don't know what I'm doing there. So yeah, so this one allows you to be able to try this unit, and then you color charge 1 or soul charge 1 depending on what you needed at the time for this era deck. We're not talking about Aquamarine, so this is straight up just the old build as it is. So back up to set 2, I think. Set 2 you can see over there. Oh sorry, set 3 or so, which you can see with Tortoise. Basically Tortoise is just really what allows you to actually be able to get another copy of Hexor Sorceress, so you can actually set up for next turn as well. Dieglass Sorceress is where you get to look at the top card of your deck. top 2 cards of your deck, and then you can set the top 2 cards there if you put it to the top of the deck in any order if you wish to, and you can call them out too as well. So if they are reinforcement cards, you can call them out. If they're trigger cards, you can actually just put them back at the top of the deck. So which is exactly what you want to do. So especially since you want to have Hexor Sorceress here. So I would say that Turna, a very popular card now also for its color charge ability, was a support for the Hexor Orb deck also. So yeah. Because my deck is in my parents' house. No problem. No problem about it. So whether it's wrong or correct, so the story is the most important thing here. Lalarita, at the end of the battle, that your drive check reveals the trigger unit. Your Vanguard is Hexor Sorceress. Kawaswan, so +1, choose one of your other regards, stand it and retire it. So I don't play Lalarita in my deck because I struggle with the retiring of sorts. But for the most part, so this is basically just Hexor Orb with Owen in there. Sorry, I didn't point out what Owen does, but Owen is basically look at the top 2 cards, choose out the 3 cards on them, put the top of the deck in order, put the rest of the bottom in order, so you can stand that up. Then when your drive check reveals a trigger unit, you can count +1, this unit gets +10k at the end of the turn. So imagine, so you Hexor Orb Sorceress, and you drive check revealed, a front basically, or we use crit at the time. Crit power to Owen, Hexor Orb ability power to Owen, Owen's orb ability hit +10k to us all. That's a total of +30k there. Alright, how does she manage counter charge? So charge again? Doesn't, so yeah, she doesn't. So yeah, so that's 30k for 1, and then we got 2, so it's another 60k. So with Persona Right, that thing goes up to 20k. That's like 80k on its own, and we're not talking about any boosters whatsoever. Just 80k on its own also. So long as you commit, 2 counter blasters to it. So yeah, wasn't there a? Yeah, I guess +1 drive. So plus 90k on that side, plus 90k aside with 4 color blasts in total, so to speak. It's an all-in situation. It's really an all-in situation. So 90k, then plus Persona 110, then booster 8k, so 118k right there. So just coming straight after your Vanguard. Can be done. I did it. There we go. We had the story there. So yeah, I did that before. This was almost the same build. Maybe inspired by my build at the time, so because I think I know who you're talking about. It's a do or die deck, so yeah, I just made it do or die, so and this is what makes it a lot of fun, so. And I actually would try and compete with Hexor Orb at the time, so, but of course Hexor Orb being as wonky as it is, so you don't get that Persona Right, you can't really get that +1 drive, and you can't really set up the top card of your deck too as well. So yeah, not much I can really say here. So yeah, you teach her the deck, so yeah, exactly. Just taught her just how it runs, basically. So yeah, maybe not. So we'll see. Considering that she doesn't play anymore, and you know, stuff happens. So hard to say. All right, let's go into the last one here. All right, and this one is from Akihiro. Alright, this is my big brother's deck. The reason it broke my heart is because he left the house and never came back without telling any reason. I still blame myself every time I see this deck in locals or BCS or BSF and feel like he left because I'm doing something wrong. So on the past now, I'm not okay about it, but I'm fine. Again, thank you for sharing, so it's quite personal. This is a Phantom Blaster deck. Alright. Big brother deck, the only son deck. So it looks quite run-of-the-mill for for Phantom Blaster. So when this card is placed on the Vanguard Circle, choose a card with Blaster is card name from your soul and you can call it the Vanguard Circle, which in this case you will call Blaster Duck. But I see that you're reading with Vanguard Brave and Maron there, so you just basically retire the Vanguard Brave. This is similar to what I do in Grand Grace essentially, which is retire that, and I don't have to compete any regards essentially. I just lose 1 soul, and then this unit gets Twin Drive for that turn. The 3 people from the same alumni high school, so right. Yeah, and then after that, then you call the card to Regard Circle, which is Blaster Duck itself. Blaster Duck also has the ability where it's placed, you can also choose the card +1 and retire another Regard. So at the time you have to set up by then, in order for it to actually be able to get +5k, but you +1 drive. Sorry, you just get the retire from there. So and then the second ability activate is that if Regard was retired this turn, this unit gets +5k at the end of the turn. The additional ability, color +1, retire 3 regards, choose up to 2 opponents 2 regards, retire them, this unit gets +10k, +1 crit until the end of the turn. It goes into Phantom Blaster Overlord, which is that if you have Phantom Blaster Dragon in the soul, which you will have because of the ride, then this unit gets 1 critical, so it's 2 critical. Then when this unit attacks, retire 2 of your opponent's regards, Choose a Blaster Duck from your soul or drop zone, call it to regard circle. And if your opponent's Vanguard is greater, that call card this unit gets plus take care to the battle. So you retire Blaster Duck, which is already out there, already on the field. And you got more copies in case you need more of them, just in case something else happens. Then after that, you can choose this as one of the regards to retire, and then you can call back the Blaster Duck from there. You also have other options too as well, which includes, I believe it is Brunner. So yeah, it's counted as 2 costs. Regarded is retired two regards. So if you don't have one side blaster, you can just call another blaster from there. So yeah, all very, very safe from there. Virulence Dragon, which is retired from the regards circle for the cost of your card, which will be Phantom Blaster Overlord or Dragon. All of units in blaster in his card name will get plus 5k to the end of the turn, which would mean that the Vanguard itself and Blaster Duck will get the power. I haven't seen you in a while. When this is based on Regal Circle during the main phase, you have a Vanguard Blaster in its card name, so plus 1. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 grade 2 or less unit card with Blaster in its card name from among them. Call it to Regal Circle, shuffle your deck. If you call, choose a card from your hand and discard it. It essentially just allows you to be able to fetch back any sort of Blaster Ducks that you have already on the field as well. So you can also use this to reinforce, or you can also use it to pay for the cost from Phantom Blaster Overlord. So retire, then it comes back again. So there's a lot of chain with it. So yeah. Geld, when this unit is retired from Regal Circle for cost your card, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 card with Blaster in its card name from one reveal it, put your hand and shuffle your deck. Put the rest of the bottom of the deck in any order. So yeah. Matcha, when this unit is placed on Regal Circle, if you have a Blaster in its card name, so you can get a turn. Then so plus 1 retire another Regard, look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 grade 1 or less unit card from one and shuffle your call it to Regal Circle and shuffle your deck. So this allows you to actually be able to call out Charon, which allows you to be able to rest this unit, and then you look at the top card, you can call it the Regard Circle, and then it gets retired at the end of the turn, which in turn all just pays for Phantom Blaster Overlord's costs, essentially. If you Vanguard discard a card from your hand, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, choose up to call it the rest with the same thing essentially, and yeah, Maha can just call for Brunner, you can call for Charon, or you can call for this also, so if you just need more units to just kind of like get retired off. So very old school Phantom Blaster Overlord deck. So none of the new cards or the promo cards that's in here as well. But of course, also this was more at the time or so. So yeah, I can understand where this come from. Yeah, just feels a very solid deck. So, and again, for the last 3 of you guys, so the whole lot of you, this gang right here. So thank you so much for sharing personal stories. I can't imagine it'd be easy, but I appreciate it just the same. So old school guy. So got it. So yeah, but otherwise, so this is just basically the prompt, so and it is expected so that somebody will give me a very, very deep story, and I expect it, so I can only say thank you for that. But yes, that is the prompt for this week, and all solid stories also, all solid stories that I've got a good idea of how it is, and just where things and just like see how things were, so, and just witness your growth from what was meh, what was you know, and just let you guys just put the story to rest. I would say, if anything, this allows you guys to really put your stories to rest. And me personally, just to put Mascas to rest. Because that's what I need. Because that's what I needed to do. So, alright. Okay, that is it for me right now. So thank you very so much for joining me for this stream. Thank you very so much for joining me for the What is Cooking segment 2 as well. So turning into a Taskmaster, we'll figure things out along the way. And yeah. Do enjoy next week's one also, which is themed appropriately for Raya. So yeah. No, I will not legal the Bahasa deck. It's too easy. It's too easy. If I did that, it'd be too easy. So yeah. So yeah. With no women's deck, so female you can try, just don't have it exposed too much, you know. Yeah. Essentially, so yeah. Okay, I will be getting out of here, so thank you so much for joining me for this. You can find me every Tuesday for the Newsday and also for this prompt too as well. You can, I'll make sure to get this video edited tomorrow, and then it'll be out on Thursday. If not, it'll be out on Friday. I'll make sure to do my best to make sure that I make it to one of those 2 deadlines as well. So just look forward to it. So until then, thank you so much for joining me this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.